The alarm bell shatters the silence before dawn, a summons to arms against the inertia that waits like a predator in the shadows. You lie there, tangled in dreams of comfort and excuses, and feel the gravity of warm sheets pulling you back into the night's embrace. But this moment, this razor-thin slice between surrender and resolve, defines every victory that follows. Discipline is the muscle you build by choosing the path of resistance, by rising when the world sleeps, by saying not today to the whisper of complacency. In these stolen hours of morning, you ignite the furnace of your potential. Mindset is your first stand in the field of battle. It is the fortress gate you either guard with conviction or leave wide open to doubt's marauders. Imagine Abraham Lincoln reading law by candlelight in a lonely cabin, refusing to let poverty or mockery corrode his belief in the union he would someday lead. Your mindset demands that same unyielding resolve. When your phone buzzes with the lure of social media, when your body pleads for another minute of rest, you steel yourself with the mantra, I embrace discomfort. I choose growth. Each repetition chisels away the chains that bind you to yesterday's limits. Belief follows, a molten core flowing beneath that fortress. Jim Rohn taught that until you believe in yourself, no one else will, a lesson Edison lived as he tested filament after filament, lighting up failure as a stepping stone. You must stoke the fires of belief each day, feeding them with affirmations and stories of underdogs turned universe shapers. Picture Walt Disney drawing Mickey Mouse on a scrap of paper, certain that laughter could heal even the darkest corners of the heart. When your morning thoughts echo that certainty, doubt loses its dominion. Clarity crystallizes belief into a design you can build upon. Without clarity, ambition scatters like sparks in the wind, bright but gone before they touch anything real. Define your target with surgical precision. The skill you will master, the audience you will uplift, the income you will create. Write it by candlelight or on a fogged bathroom mirror. Speak it as your first conscious words. When the rest of the world yawns into routine, you move with purpose, each choice a deliberate stroke on the blueprint of your destiny. Vision expands clarity into the grand panorama that fuels your ascent. It is not a vague hope, but a vivid movie playing behind your eyelids. The faces of people transformed by your message, the stage where you speak, the skyline illuminated by your legacy. Henry Ford felt that vision as he paced among the clattering machines of his workshop, certain that millions would one day crisscross continents in the cars he would perfect. Your vision may not be as vast, but it must feel just as real, so potent that you can taste it, so compelling that it compels your feet out of bed. Purpose is the drumbeat that carries you through fatigue's relentless barrage. Every discipline falters without purpose as its guide. Why wake at 4 a.m. to write when the average person sleeps until 8? Because somewhere, someone needs your words to find courage. Why endure the burn of 100 push-ups when muscles cry for mercy? Because you owe it to your future self to stand strong in storms. Purpose anchors your discipline, transforming each sacrifice into a tribute to the life you intend to live. Discipline itself is the art of mastering your moment-to-moment choices. It is the silent architect that carves behavior into habit, habit into character, character into destiny. It shows up in the simple things, the cold shower that steals your will, the blank page you fill before the world roars await, the healthy meal you choose over fleeting pleasure. These acts, repeated day after day, accumulate into a fortress that no external force can breach. Every time you resist the easier option, you deposit a brick in the wall of your self-respect. Action is the pulse that sets the structure in motion. Dreams without action are like blueprints left in a drawer, promising but impotent. Andrew Carnegie began with one steel mill. He never stopped adding factories until his vision became the backbone of America's infrastructure. In your own life, action might be the cold call you dread, the pitch you deliver with trembling hands, the first video you release with a handful of views. Each step forward, however small, is evidence that discipline is not theory. It is motion, momentum, movement. Gratitude is the steel polish that refurbishes every achievement. Without gratitude, success breeds entitlement and robs you of perspective. Yet when you start each day by acknowledging what you already have, a warm bed, a curious mind, Another chance. You arm yourself against envy and stagnation. List 3 simple blessings before the sun peaks over the horizon. Feel their weight, like anchors, holding you in the right current, pushing you toward deeper purpose rather than shallow desires. Adaptability is the craftsman's skill of reshaping plans when the world's ground shifts beneath you. No grand structure remains untouched by storms. Industries evolve, relationships strain, health falters. The adaptive builder repurposes materials, discovers new designs, and emerges stronger. Disney pivoted from hand-drawn animation to theme parks, then to digital streaming. You too must keep your mind as supple as bamboo in the wind, learning new tools and approaches when old ones crack. Resilience is the steel frame bracing that allows your building to flex, not fracture. Lincoln faced assassinations of hope one after another, yet persevered until slavery fell and unity endured. Resilience is less about an unbreakable spirit and more about a spirit that bends and survives. Train it by embracing setbacks as tuition for growth, each disappointment a lesson in the curriculum of perseverance. Learning is the architect's archive of techniques and insights. Formal education may grant credentials, but self-education grants mastery. In the hush of morning, read biographies of trailblazers, study frameworks of thinkers, absorb lessons of entrepreneurs who rose from obscurity, then apply those lessons that very day. Let learning be the mortar bonding every brick you lay, the secret ingredient that transforms simple discipline into innovation and mastery. As sunlight floods your workspace, feel the energies of these principles converging. Mindset hammered into resilience, belief molten into vision, clarity sketched in precise lines, purpose drumming beneath every choice, discipline forging every habit, action propelling every project, gratitude shining on every success, adaptability guiding every pivot, learning fueling every innovation. You are not a passenger on life's highway. You are the driver, the mechanic, and the designer. When dusk settles and you reflect on your day, you will stand amid the architecture of your effort, a structure not of steel or stone, but of character and conviction. You will know that each brick of discipline you laid has fortified your journey, transforming mere intention into undeniable reality. Unleash relentless discipline today and watch as the world's barriers crumble before the unstoppable force of your will.